Let's talk about something that's quietly confusing a lot of women right now. You feel off, your energy's low, your body doesn't respond the way it used to, your clothes don't fit the same, and somewhere along the way, you start to believe that maybe it's your cortisol, maybe it's your estrogen, maybe your thyroid is slowing down, maybe something in your body is just broken. But what if it's not broken at all? What if your body is just actually responding the way it was designed to, just in an environment it was never meant to live in? Because here's what most people don't realize. There's one signal in the body that sits at the center of all of this, one signal that influences fat storage. Energy, inflammation, and yes, even other hormones. That signal is insulin. Now, most people think of insulin as a blood sugar hormone, but it's so much more than that. Insulin is a signaling hormone that tells your body what to do with energy. When it's working the way it's supposed to, you eat, you use what you need to, and then you move on. But when that signal stays elevated for too long, which is incredibly easy in today's world, your body moves into storage mode. Not because it's trying to work against you, but because it's trying to protect you. And this is where things start to overlap with what you've been feeling. Because when that signal stays high, it doesn't just affect fat storage. It starts influencing your entire hormonal environment. Let's talk about cortisol for a second. When your body is constantly trying to manage unstable energy, it's going to create stress. Not just emotional stress, but physiological stress. That stress response raises cortisol. So now it looks like a cortisol issue, but it's actually a downstream response. And it's the same thing with estrogen. When your body is in storage mode, it changes how it processes and clears hormones. You can start to see shifts in balance, water retention, weight gain patterns, and again, it looks like an estrogen problem. But it didn't start there. Now let's talk about the thyroid, because this is where a lot of women really get concerned. Your thyroid is incredibly sensitive to your environment. It's not just a gland, it's a responder. It adjusts your metabolic rate based on what your body perceives as safe. If your system is constantly getting signals of excess, constant intake, constant storage, or the opposite, extreme restriction, your thyroid adapts to that. It can slow the conversion of thyroid hormones, reducing metabolic output and conserving energy at that point. Not because it's failing, but because it's protecting. Your body is always asking one question: is this a safe environment to burn energy? Or do I need to hold on to it? And insulin plays a major role in answering that question. Now layer on top of that inflammation. When that signal stays elevated over time, it begins to activate low-grade inflammation in the body. And inflammation is going to change everything. It affects how your cells respond to signals. It affects how your body uses fuel. It affects recovery, digestion, and even your mood. So now you're dealing with fatigue, bloating, stubborn weight, and brain fog. And it feels like everything's going wrong at once. But it's not random. It's all connected. This is where so many women hit a point, especially in their 40s, where what used to work stops working. It's not that your body suddenly changed overnight. It's that the accumulation of signals finally reached a threshold. And now your body is adapting. So here's where most people go next. They try to fix it fast. Cut sugar completely, drop carbs overnight, go extreme. And while that sounds logical, it can create a different kind of stress signal. Because your body doesn't just respond to what you eat. It responds to how stable things feel. If you swing too far in either direction, constant spikes or extreme restriction, you get stuck in the same cycle. Your body's not going to feel safe enough to shift out of protection mode. And this is where the real shift happens. It's not about extremes, it's about balancing it. There's a range, a very specific window, where your body starts to feel stable again. Where your energy becomes constant, where signals calm down, where your system begins to trust the environment that it's in. And when that happens, fat loss becomes easier. Inflammation starts to lower, hormones begin to regulate naturally, not because you force them to, but because you remove the signal that was disrupting them. This is where things start to come back online. Your body isn't working against you. It's responding to the signals it's receiving every single day. And when those signals shift, everything else begins to follow. If this resonates with you, don't ignore it. Your body is giving you feedback, not failure. Start with my free blood type beginner's guide and 48-hour restoration and learn how to stabilize your system in a way that actually works for your biology. And if you're ready to go deeper, my 7-day and 30-day plans walk you through exactly how to apply it. You don't need another extreme. You need the right signal.